NPCs running on complex programs equate to spiritual wickedness in high places. God said you will know his people by the way that they love, not by the way that they look, not by the way that they make money, not by the way that they memorize and regurgitate information, not by the things that they have, not by what they do. It's about who they are and how they do what they do, why they do what they do. God's people are standing on a foundation of love, and this is apparent because there is nothing hidden, nothing to figure out. And if a person is not standing on a foundation of love, regardless of what they are doing, they cannot say that they are God's people. This is the harvest, and the wheat is being separated from the tares. Now we have to really consider the parable about the wheat and the tares. God planted his good seeds into Mother Earth, and Mother Earth produced good people because Father planted the seed into Mother, and the good and the wheat grew up. It has value. God is going to protect the wheat. He told the gardeners to put it into the barn, into the manger. I have use for that. I'm going to use, these are my chosen vessels. This is my good wheat, my seed that I planted into the mother, and she produced for me. My good people, they have my heart. They operate on a foundation of love, love that is tangible, love that is palpable, love that is powerful, love that is very, very healing. Protect those good people, put them in the barn, set them apart. They may be lonely, but they don't understand. They must be preserved. They must be fortified. They must be concentrated. They cannot be contaminated by the world. They cannot conform in any way to the world. They belong to me, my seeds that I planted into the mother that she produced for me. And the devil, the master of illusions, came and he planted his worthless seeds right next to God's good seeds. Now, the mother, who is holy, would not receive the devil's seeds. So the seeds could not be planted into the mother. Understand this. The mother would not receive the devil's seeds. The mother rebukes the devil's seeds. And so, in order for these seeds to survive, they had to intertwine themselves around your roots. They only appear to be planted. Okay, they are not planted, they are entangled around the roots of God's good people, feeding from their unlimited source. Because the mother is always feeding her children. There is no umbilical cord to cut in the spirit realm. the children remain connected to the mother. And so, because they cannot connect to the mother, because she is not their mother, they can't feed off of her. But because the Father created it all, they do belong to the Father. So they intertwined themselves around the root of God's good people. And they have been feeding from you your entire life. This is the time of the harvest, the time of change, the great divide, the great separation, which frees the captives who didn't even know that they were slaves. Everyone has been feeding from you. Remember when Morpheus told Neo that the point of all of this was the battery? Yeah, you have been the battery. So when this separation takes place, it may be painful, which is why God told him don't do it at a young age. Because in your mind, this is my mother, this is my family, this is my best friend, this is my love, this is my whatever. It would have damaged you more than it would have freed you. Just like Morpheus told Neo, we normally don't unplug someone who has been in the illusion for this long, because your mind, you become a baby in this new realm. And you have to relearn to use all of your faculties. And most people cannot handle it mentally, spiritually, emotionally. This is why you were not separated at a young age, because God knew that you are more than just a physical body. Yes, you would have lived physically, but you would not have survived mentally, spiritually, emotionally. There are a lot of people walking around here who have not survived mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and they are literally the walking dead, the NPCs. They are empty vessels because the body is living. And yet mentally, physically, emotionally, they have vacated a long time ago. So that vessel is being used and not by God. God is about to bring his good people out of the barn as the tares are burning, because that is what has been written. The tares will burn, and God will release his good people from the barn. You are coming out of isolation, chosen one. Take your last look at the barn, because the barn will no longer be your environment. The world now will be your environment to build, to recreate, to play, because recreation is play. Okay? So have fun, okay? Recreating your reality now that the tares are being burned. As was written, all is always as it should be. I'll talk to y'all soon.